Hey family, welcome to day one Cancun. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are currently in Philly on a shuttle.
Vacation.
Vacation time. Where are you guys going?
California.
Nice. We're going to Cancun.
Where you guys going?
Cancun. We made it through
Custom.
I got this grandma scarf on because I was not playing with the air conditioner on the freaking flight. I'm not trying to be sick, so I know we're about to go get some breakfast.
Yeah.
And they laughing at me because we super early and it's my fault, but
We got 4 hours to wait till our flight.
it's okay, y'all. Ooh, this lighting.
Gotta see how early.
You guys, they're making fun of me.
Gotta see it super early.
Natalie, you sick?
I'm tired because you woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I could have been in my bed a little longer. At 3 something for a 1 hour commute to an airplane, to an airport.
It's better to be
No,
early.
just so we can be early. This is a little too early.
But she told me, she was like, oh, you have to sleep over because I don't physically think you're gonna wake up.
I was like, I don't trust you. Are you guys ready? It is hot.
It's like, I need to turn on the air. I don't know what's not functioning, but come back on. This smells
Hey you guys, so we just made it to Cancun. We're waiting for our shuttle right now. I didn't want to go ahead and make the same mistake I made last year in Montego Bay and record in the airport, so I decided to wait until we left the entire like custom area and was outside to start recording. But we finally made it. The air, there's a breeze here, but it's like 85 degrees I think, and I got this like hot sweatsuit on, but it's all right. I'm not gonna change my clothes until we get to the hotel. We're starving, so I can't wait to get there and put on a little face. Natalie, how are you feeling?
hot.
You're feeling hot?
What'd she say?
Tiara, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to put on a bathing suit.
She's ready for a
Go to the
bathing suit.
beach.
It's hot, but
Yeah.
there's a nice little breeze, so I can't complain. Yes,
There's 2 people.
whole government.
3. There's 3 people.
Yo, I couldn't even lie this time and say my name was
Okay,
Nikki.
perfect. You're going to Rio Caribe, that's correct? Perfecto. ¿Hablan español, señoritas?
Sí, poquito.
¿Segura?
Nada.
Nada. Ni un poquito. You must know despacito.
Hey,
Okay, girls, so according to this information, yeah, you have an round trip transportation, that's correct? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to explain you how to arrange your pickup time for you coming back, okay?
Okay.
So this, girls, this is your number 2 back, okay?
Okay.
For you. So this is for you.
Okay.
We're going to check your transportation and then you know when it's ready, okay?
All right.
gracias.
Un placer, señorita.
Very nice.
Let's ask for the highest balcony view that we can get. 'Cause I like to be at the top.
I came up from nothing, baby. You can't tell me.
Preaches this.
Welcome home.
He said, welcome home. Yes, baby.
That's not great.
Whew. Okay, we in a daggone castle now. place is absolutely huge. This is only plate 1, but I just want to show y'all what it looks like in here. Oh my god, this is just one of the many restaurants that they have on this particular resort. There's like 5 others that are free and a part of our all-inclusive package, but it is so
Oh, I think I got it.
Hey family, welcome to day 1 Cancun. So you guys know I like to fill you in about the travels before I just jump right into the vlog. So I'm gonna give you guys a little story time before we head to the next part of this vlog. Airport, we didn't have airport issues this time, except for in Philly. Sorry for the background noise, it was just like a lot going on. So early in the morning. But in Philly, we literally almost had a canceled flight because there was something wrong with our anticipated aircraft, and they needed to look for another aircraft because they had some like mechanical issues going on. And they said if they weren't able to find another aircraft, we would have had to wait until 8 p.m. like last night to catch another flight. So, and at that current time, it was like 11 a.m. So we were like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, this woman with her husband or fiance next to us was crying. And we're like, why is she crying? But I was like, I'm not judging because I feel like crying too. So that was that. But the good news is they found another aircraft that we were able to get on, and we left within the next hour and a half. So that was that. Once we got to Cancun, obviously we had to go through customs, and we had to go through like the immigration and all of that. And in Montego Bay, like I just felt like the process was so much longer, but here the line was long, but it went by really quick. They didn't ask tons of questions. I was just like, let me keep my phone away. I'm not trying to have no problems, so let me just like be quiet during this whole like process. So that was that. And then once we got to so from Cancun, like the airport, we literally hopped on a shuttle. They hooked us up with a guy that was gonna like that we could work with for excursions and different stuff like that. He was gonna be in charge of helping us with our hotel room and like, you know, blah blah blah. So we get to the hotel that we were supposed to stay at, and come to find out they were a little packed. So they're like a little like overpopulated there, so they needed to kind of move people to one of their other locations. Actually, like I'm like, you know what, I work in customer service, I know how business works, and I know that everyone's in business to make money. So I'm like, even though y'all trying to tell us that we're upgrading to another hotel, I don't really know if like, is this 100% for us, or is this like 40% for us and like the other percent, like 60% for you guys, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't really know. So I was quick to be like, no, we're gonna just stay here, because I was kind of satisfied with the first hotel. But then come to find out, like the other hotel that they were offering us actually does have way more. There's way more that's included. There's way more that we're able to do, and that the other hotel was not offering. We had one little issue, which was the fact that the woman told us that we would have an oceanfront view. She's like, yeah, just get on the shuttle, like go on over there, they'll give you an oceanfront view, whatever floor you want, blah blah blah. And we just kept pressing oceanfront view, and she's like, yeah. So we get here and they're like, oceanfront view, like you're not getting that. So that turned into a whole problem. And so, you know, we were kind of like debating with them at the desk, like, all right, even if this is not something that you're able to offer us for free. So now, okay, rewind. The lady was saying that although the Rio Palace is more like high-end, there's more like, it's more of like a luxury hotel, and this is like one of their top hotels here, it would be free for us because they are they're giving us this upgraded package. So all of the other amenities would be free. So they weren't trying to give us a free oceanfront view. They were like, you know, you would have to pay for that. And we're like, no, the lady said it would be free because you guys are the one who is offering us the package. And even if it's not, you guys should grant that because she told us that, right? That's how you do business. If I'm selling something for $20 and the price tag says $10, I have to grant the customer $10 because that's what the price tag says. So we had a little debate about that. And then, like, we had to get the supervisor. It was crazy, y'all. And all this time, nobody ate. Everybody went to shower. We was tired. We've been up since 2 a.m. in the morning. And it's like, I just want a room at this point. So that was that. And we get to our room. The room was beautiful. We're actually moving to another room today. And today's Monday. So, yeah, we're moving to another room. We actually need to go to breakfast now because checkout is at 10 a.m. for us, which is weird because they try to say they didn't have the room available, but checkout's at 10 a.m. Okay, that's weird. So we're gonna go to we're actually an hour behind here. I'm trying to take some pictures today before we get this day started, but I definitely want to go eat breakfast. The view is here. Oh my god, the view is just amazing here. The trees are so beautiful. I can't wait to take pictures. I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of this vlog, so keep watching.
All
right,
let's
listen.
see what our new room looking like. Let's see if it's bougie.
So we are currently on our way to our next hotel room. The hallways are so much wider. So look at the view, you guys. It's just so amazing. So we're gonna go check out this second hotel room, which is our permanent hotel room, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I didn't give you guys a tour of the one that we stayed in on the first night because that's not our permanent room. Check out the beach, walk around, buy a couple of souvenirs for family members and friends back home. So this is that type of day. Tomorrow is our first excursion, but come with me, guys. I just want to show you the view. First of all, look at the grass. The grass, ouch. The grass is super coarse. The texture of it is just completely different. So we are at the Rio Palace, which is one of the top hotels in Cancun, and it is literally like a castle, you guys. Like, it's literally the most beautiful hotel I probably have ever stayed at. We haven't hit the pool or the beach yet, but we're gonna do that soon. And I don't know, I'm just so in love with the decor, the interior design, the colors, the patterns, like the whole Mexican feel. I just love it. So you guys will see a lot of those pictures and videos. Guys, I just wanted to introduce Natalie to the vlog.
What's up? My name is Adam. We're from Brooklyn. This is my brother Hassam. Yeah. Hey, we out here. We originate from Yemen. So.
And this is the second time in Cancun.
Yes, it's our second time in Cancun. We met some cool people over here. Nice. Very cool. I didn't meet you, but I can tell.
Welcome to day 2 in Cancun. Today we actually have ATVs and jet skiing scheduled. Yesterday was pretty chill. We went ahead and got a 60-minute massage, which was one of the best massages I've ever had. I was literally snoring. I was asleep. It was crazy. I've never been asleep during a massage, but I was asleep. And this woman's fingers, I don't know what she was doing, but it felt so good. Water is not safe to drink. You are only supposed to drink from bottled water. You know that naturally when you go to a restaurant and they ask you if you want water, you're just quick to say yes. I keep forgetting that I can't drink their water. So before we left Newark, we went ahead and bought bottles and bottles of water. A lot of people are like, be safe. You know, there's been a lot of reports about Cancun and blah blah blah, but we do feel safe here. We don't feel like we're in danger. However, we are still aware. We do stick together. So I would recommend, if you're going with someone, stick with the person or stick with your group. Don't split up. They almost had a heart attack yesterday because when we went to the flea market, I just strayed off and went to the next store next door, and my cousin thought I meant like going down the street. So they were walking all the way down the street looking for me. And when they finally found me, she's like, we need to stick together. What are you doing? We were just looking all over the place for you. And I was like, I'm sorry. I should have just told y'all which store I was going to. So just stay together, stick with your people, because you just never know. You don't always have Wi-Fi to just pick up the phone and text someone or call them. So you just want to stick together. Another thing is the food. The food here is really great. We're staying at the Rio Palace. I think I mentioned that previous in the beginning. We're staying at the Rio Palace, and we have access to 5 different restaurants on this particular resort. I believe it's 5. It's free. This is like the best all-inclusive experience I've ever had in my entire life. We also have access to eating from the different restaurants at other resorts as well, which is really cool. We can also swim in their pool. We can walk on their beach. So we have access to different things, and that's really cool as well. Last night we had Japanese food, y'all. It was so good. I was like, let me just try something new. When you're traveling, try new foods, you guys. Don't always stick to what you know. You want to test out new foods. It's always good to try new foods and just kind of like take yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, because if you always stick to what you know, you'll never be able to venture out and learn more about other culture. Trying new foods is something that's really important to me, and I encourage you guys to do the same when you're traveling, or if you're just home and you're going to a new restaurant that you haven't been to before, or if you're at a restaurant that you have been to before but you want to venture out and not keep picking the same thing on the menu. Just try something new, even if it's an appetizer, or even if you take a pinch of someone else's meal. Sometimes though, I'll try new things and I don't like it, but that's okay, at least I tried it. And sometimes you try new things and you do like it. So we're currently at the Maroma Adventures beach/resort entertain. I feel like this is like, what is it, like an entertainment? I don't know. This is where they do all of their activities. So we just got done doing ATVs and jet skiing. I think they were both like maybe 45 minutes to an hour long. No, it was like 45 minutes for each activity. I loved the jet ski because, like, I don't know, I just felt like the jet ski was so relaxing. Like, the water would just splash in my face, the breeze felt so fresh and beautiful. But then the ATVs, like, I was like riding dirty. So I felt like the ATVs was a lot different from the ATV experience in Jamaica. The trail was way more different. I liked how like the sand textures were different on each path. Like it was dope. And the people that were instructing us, they were really fun and animated. So now we're actually waiting for our last shuttle to go back to the hotel, which is like an hour-long drive. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. Let me just show you guys what it actually looks like though. This is where they have the boats. This is where they're doing all the jet skis and the what is it called, Tweety? The water speedboats. So they have the jet skis and the speedboats over there, and then towards the back is where they do the ATVs. They have camelback riding over here. So while we were doing the ATVs, we were also able to see them. We were also able to see the camels at their little station, and we were able to see the other people enjoying their camelback rides. If you guys are enjoying this vlog so far, make sure you give it a thumbs up. There's a couple of things that you want to make sure that you consider bringing when you go on an ATV or jet ski activity. The first thing you want to bring obviously is water. You want to have it with you because it's hot. You also want to like invest in one of these little bandana things, or if you just have a scarf that you can put around your face, because when you're on the ATV it's very muddy. Obviously depending on what climate you're in, probably just dust, like just straight dry dirt, or it could be muddy. You also want to have this, which is like a little waterproof case for your phone, your wallet, little papers, your cards, whatever you want to put in here, just have with you on all times. You just literally put this around your neck. You can put your phone in here and it's waterproof. I brought this with me on the ATV but not on the jet ski because they didn't recommend having anything with you really on the jet ski, because you're in the water and if it flies off, it's just gone. At least with the ATV, if something falls, you can, and if it drops, you can go back and get it, but it's not really guaranteed on the jet ski. What else? One thing that I did forget was sunglasses. You want to have sunglasses on when you are on the ATV because you don't want the dust getting in your eyes, and that happened to me. It's all on my face. When I was in Jamaica, they gave us a helmet that had a shield. It was like a clear shield, so I didn't really need to wear goggles or glasses. But this time around the helmet was a little bit different, so definitely needed sunglasses, but I wasn't bringing my good pair, so I had to stay home. But I think that's about it, you guys. If you guys have any additional questions on like what to bring, what not to bring, please comment below and I will be glad to fill you guys in. Natalie, how was your first experience on the ATV?
So first of all, I love the ATV. Let me talk to you about the jet skis. So homeboy straight up left me, the tour guide, whatever he was, straight up left me on the jet ski, and I had to catch up with these girls. But luckily, you know, I was brave enough to not.
We left you, sis.
They did, but you know what? It's okay because I caught up.
She caught up.
You know,
she did a really good job for her first time.
And I can't swim, by the way. Just want to let y'all know.
It's okay.
So, I mean, I would definitely recommend jet skis for people who don't know how to swim, but at the same time, just don't worry about people like them and worry about keeping up.
Don't worry about being left. It's okay. You're going to catch up. Good night.
Good night. Buenas noches.
Tell them your name. Your name is Becky. What is my name? My name, Kate. I'm Kate.
Okay.
I'm Becky.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Kate, and we are gonna take it on down because we have to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Kate, you just want breakfast at that time?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. And guess what? If you're not ready, you're gonna get left.
You better not eat me. Because I will have a have you ever seen a black girl have a beat out? I would totally have a bitch fit. You will not do that to me.
Becky,
What?
Let's not have a temper tantrum at this hour.
You're right. I'm gonna start getting bags under my eyes.
Oh my god.
So sorry. I don't want to crack a wrinkle.
Don't want to stress out your pimple even more. Good night, people.
She's such. Here. Did you not see how late you had me up last night?
Becky?
Talking to you, massaging your head and your little scalp, and I went to bed late, and you couldn't even have the decency to wake me up.
Rebecca.
Don't even put me on video. Right
You?
now. Excuse me.
You said you're a light sleeper, so why should I bother?
Listen.
I just know that in 30 minutes, I'm out the door. Hey family, welcome to day 3 in Cancun. So today we're actually doing an all-day water activity excursion, and we leave at around 9:15. How was it? Your bottoms came off?
Bottoms came off.
The whole thing.
Whoever helped me.
Wait.
He was like, I got you.
Wait. Wait, how your bottoms? Sweetie.
Wait, the whole thing.
How was it though? I'm done. Exhausting?
I got a video.
How was your phone, your thing?
My phone got disabled
Disabled?
for like 5 minutes.
For those of you who do not already know, I'm Spanish.
What's 25?
¿Cómo?
$25.
¿Cómo se llama?
An American? You
¿Cómo
can
se
take that
llama?
back.
Pesos, Billy.
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? Juan.
Alright, let's try. You got it?
Oh.
Kelly,
Qué lindo. Oh my goodness.
Bye, adios.
Bye.
What is up, you guys? We just landed in Philly. We're waiting for the shuttle to go to get the car so that we go home. It was a great trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys that I wasn't able to feature in the vlog. Number one is we worked with Olympic Tours, which was a shuttle service that helped us get from the airport to our hotel. They also have a separate service where they help you book different excursions. They were very legit. In Cancun and just like in other places as well, you want to be very careful with who you book excursions with and who you give your money to on the street. But Olympic Tours was very safe. They hooked us up with a guy named Marco, who was very on top of his game and was able to give us all the information that we needed to know about the different excursions, what's included, pros and cons, and he was very honest with giving us his own opinion, and he was very honest about things that he felt and has experienced himself or heard about through other people's feedback. So we really liked him. Another thing is they're very punctual, so they were on time with picking us up from the hotel and getting us to the airport. We didn't have any issues with like being late for our flight, so I liked that. Again, I'm gonna link it below, but they're called Olympic Tours. So if you're booking your trip through a travel agency, you may want to consider them. I've dealt with them, so I don't know about the other services, but I've dealt with Olympic Tours and we like them. Oh, another thing is bring cash. So I would recommend bringing a couple of $100s in cash, and then once you get to the airport, you may want to convert a couple of those dollars into pesos, or wherever you are, you want to have some of their money as well. I typically like to have more American dollars, and the hospitality there was amazing. We loved how friendly everyone is. I know there's been a lot of stuff going around about Cancun being unsafe, which I don't doubt that certain parts aren't safe, but where we stayed, we felt very safe. The people were not, like the locals were not as harassing and aggressive as in Jamaica. Obviously it's a completely different place, but you know, everyone's in business to make money, so obviously you had your people on the streets hustling to make a dollar, which is definitely expected, but for the most part we didn't feel not safe. However, when we were walking on the street, we definitely were on the good foot. Definitely give the hospitality like a 10, 9 or a 10 there. Everyone was friendly. Bus fare is literally $1. It's not even expensive. We didn't really go far with the bus. We went probably a couple of blocks down to get to our party boat to do all of the different water excursions. It was like a day-long event, but the bus ride was probably about like a 10-minute ride, if that, maybe 7 to 10 minutes. It was like $1. You guys, the design and the art in Cancun is just amazing. From the hotels, from the different stores, from the islands, like their bathrooms are so pretty. I feel like they put so much effort and time into how they are constructing and building their buildings and what's inside of it. The interior design blew my mind. I have so many photos in my phone of just like different like the ceiling, like different designs of the ceilings and like the floors, the walls, indoor and outdoor flowers. There's so, like, the color combinations are so amazing. The pattern combinations just really caught my eyes. So I really found myself just looking up, looking across, looking down. I had to look at everything, and anything that I saw that caught my eye that included like such beautiful vibrant colors and patterns, I was taking a picture. Really was obsessed with that. And it's crazy because Natalie and I, we were talking about how like we look at Mexicans as workers and how they're able to construct and build all of these different things, and they're so quick with what they do, and as they're doing industrial work, but the results of their work is absolutely beautiful, and they do it 10 times better in their own home. So that's just nothing but a fact. If you consider going to Cancun or out of the country anywhere, save all your receipts, because whatever they give you, whatever type of piece of paper they give you, just save it. Passport papers, whatever, like when you're going through customs, whatever type of little receipts they're giving you, please save them. Don't throw them in the garbage because you never know if you'll need it. When we were getting back on the shuttle to go to the airport, the guy was telling us that he was like, make sure you guys have your custom slip out that they gave you coming. Thank God we saved them because we didn't think we needed those. And he was like, it's very important to have with your passport. So make sure you save that and you have that at hand and you can locate it. Keep all your papers together. You don't want your papers scattered in different spots of your luggage or your carry-on bag, whatever, because it's hard to find. And once you get in the airport, you just want to have everything all in one place because you ain't got time to be digging and looking for stuff that should be right there. It's very quick and fast-paced, and they don't want to be waiting for you. Always know where your passport is. I had my passport in a small compartment of my fanny pack. I was checking to make sure it was there every day. Our hotel room had a safe, so I would put my bag and my passport in that safe and just keep it in there locked away. Be attentive and aware of your surroundings and people. You want to always be aware of your surroundings, how the people around you are behaving. When we were on the bus driver, you know, we give him his money and he's driving. And if we weren't paying attention to where he was driving, we would have missed our destination because he literally passed our hotel. After we told him where we were going, he passed our hotel and we had to get out like a couple of blocks ahead. But thank God that Natalie noticed that he passed the hotel just by her being aware of our surroundings and being attentive and alert and just being very observant of where he was going and just kind of having an idea or a landmark in mind of where our hotel resort was located near. She was able to be like, all right, we got to get off now because he just passed it. So just stuff like that. Don't get too comfortable, especially when you're not in your home. Don't get too comfortable with people. Don't get too comfortable with transportation because you just never know. Another thing is, don't be afraid to explore the area and try new foods and talk to people. We were friendly with everyone. I was talking in Spanish to a lot of people in there. I was so excited to like use a little bit of Spanish that I had. Even though I wasn't able to like respond in Spanish to a lot of things, I was able to understand it in Spanish. So I was doing like a little Spanglish. But yeah, talk to people, try new foods. Don't be like, just don't be afraid to like explore, you know, take risks. That's why you're on vacation, to try new things. So that's really, really important because that's how you learn. That's how you build new connections, when you talk to people and you don't just stay in your own little bubble. Prepare for tipping. This is a big one. Prepare for tips. I have to get better with this because at our hotel, since we got an upgrade, we had like an all-inclusive and there was so much that was included in our upgrade deal. So we had like 5 different restaurants on our resort that we were able to eat at for free. There was like an unlimited buffet, unlimited bars, 2 bars, 1 regular bar, 1 pool bar, 2 pools. There was like also a cappuccino stand inside of the hotel that had like little sandwiches, sweets, coffee. There was tons of different little booths that was free, you guys. So every day I would go for breakfast and have my omelet made by a personal chef that was there. And I'm like, yo, I have to tip these people because this was free food every single day. So I'm like, and last but not least, you guys, always know where your stuff is. This is really, really important. When you're on vacation, don't take all, this is just me personally, don't take all your stuff out of your suitcase and start like scattering it around. Your belongings should always be in one place. Find a corner where that's just your space, like aside from the other people that you're traveling with or sharing a room with. You don't want your stuff all over the place because when it's time to leave and your charger's all the way across the room, your purse is in a different corner and your clothes are in a different corner, 9 times out of 10 you may leave something. When your stuff is all in one place, it's harder for you to leave anything. I keep all my clothes in my bag. I literally take out clothes as I'm getting dressed and I place the clothes that I'm not using right back in the bag. Same with my belongings, my wallet, my bag. It just needs to be all together. because especially personal, like small belongings like earrings or rings, any type of jewelry, accessories, cards, cash, keep it all together, because there's nothing worse than getting on the plane and you're like, Dad, my phone charger is still in the outlet, or Dad, I left my earrings by the couch, which was on the opposite side of where my suitcase was. Once you take stuff off after a long day and you're about to go to sleep, put it right back by your bag or in your bag. It's so much easier, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.